Something inside you has been quietly failing for years, and you have no idea. Not pain, not a symptom, nothing. Right now, while you're watching this, your liver is running over 500 different jobs just to keep you alive. Filtering your blood, breaking down everything you ate today, fighting off toxins you don't even know you swallowed. And here's the part that should scare you. It can be losing that fight for years, silently, before you feel a single thing wrong. Most people think organ damage announces itself. Pain, a warning, some kind of signal your body sends when something's wrong. Your liver breaks that rule completely, and that's by design, not by accident. It has no pain receptors of its own. It can lose massive amounts of function and just keep working, quietly, until it physically can't anymore. By the time most people notice something's wrong, the damage has usually already been building for years. That's not a scare tactic. That's just how this organ operates. This happens more than people realize. Someone feels completely normal for years. No pain, no red flags, nothing that sends them to a doctor. They go to work, eat their meals, live a totally ordinary life. And underneath all of that, something's shifting, cell by cell with zero warning system attached to it. Then, out of nowhere, a routine blood test comes back wrong. Suddenly, there are questions, scans, a diagnosis nobody saw coming. By that point, the liver's often been scarring silently for over a decade, and a significant percentage of it can already be permanently damaged, without them ever feeling a single symptom the entire time. Here's what your liver is actually doing behind the scenes, every single second. Think of it as a factory that never closes. The only factory in your entire body that processes literally everything that enters it. Every drop of blood you have gets filtered through it multiple times a day, stripped of toxins, alcohol, medication byproducts, anything your body doesn't need anymore. It produces bile, the substance that breaks down fat so you can actually digest your food. It stores vitamins and nutrients for when your body needs them later, acting like a warehouse nobody thinks about until it's empty. And it's one of the only organs in your entire body that can partially regrow itself if it's damaged, like a factory rebuilding a wing of itself while production never stops. But push it too far, for too long, and that rebuilding ability stops keeping up with the damage. The factory starts losing ground it can't get back. Here's what almost nobody expects. If you asked most people what destroys a liver, they'd say alcohol. And they wouldn't be wrong exactly, just incomplete. Because the thing that damages this organ fastest for most people today isn't alcohol at all. It's something sitting in almost every kitchen in America, eaten daily, that most people would never suspect in 100 years. Chronic high sugar and processed fat intake is now one of the leading drivers of liver damage worldwide. And it's the quiet one, because it doesn't feel dangerous the way alcohol does. Nobody feels drunk off a soda. Nobody thinks twice about processed snacks the way they'd think twice about a drink. But over years, that quiet, constant intake is directly linked to fatty liver disease, one of the fastest growing liver conditions on the planet. Add heavy, repeated alcohol use on top of that, where your liver has to work overtime to process it, and over years that overtime turns into scarring. And then add ignoring the early silent signs, constant fatigue, unexplained itching, feeling bloated after normal meals. Those three things, stacked together, are what wear this organ down fastest, almost always completely unnoticed until it's serious. Here's the good news, and it's real, not just motivational filler. Liver damage caught early is often reversible. Not always, but often. Diet and exercise changes have shown measurable improvement on real medical imaging in as little as 10 months. Your liver isn't asking for a total life overhaul. It wants three things from you: less processed sugar, moderate or no alcohol, and consistent movement. Not a 12-step plan. Not a strict diet. Simple. Not easy, but simple. And it actually works. Someone's liver is working just as silently as yours is right now, without them knowing it, exactly like the story we just walked through. If you're dealing with ongoing fatigue, unexplained itching, or your stomach's been swollen or uncomfortable for weeks with no clear reason, that's not something to push through. That's worth an actual conversation with a doctor. Something inside you may already be trying to tell you something. Don't wait for it to get loud. This video is based on researched medical information and is for educational purposes only. Always speak with a doctor about your own health.